Beep, 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 beep. Hello. 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 I think it's all working. Alright, hello everyone, and... just let me adjust everything. Hello everyone, and welcome, to my first ever YouTube live stream. I've been streaming on Twitch all the time. I decided to do it on YouTube this time, and just give me a second. It feels like the... sorry about that. That interruption in the sound. But now it should be somewhat better. No. Sorry about these technical problems. Yeah, I just really need to figure out a couple of things. And I'm doing that, obviously. I haven't prepared properly. And I really... As it usually happens, I never prepared for my streams. And, well, probably do sometimes. But anyway, so this is my first time on YouTube. Immediately, right off the bat, I see someone watching. I'm suspecting it's not me, given the... So if you do, hello. And so this is my first ever stream on YouTube, so I'm kind of trying to figure things out. It's actually one of the things that prevented me from starting like a few minutes earlier is the fact that YouTube has lower restrictions on the video quality, and yeah, my network connection did not handle it well. Oh, by the way, I'm making mistakes. I'm not a professional. No, I think it should be better. Good. This should be good now. Okay, I'm looking at the feedback, and I've showed you some of my my desktop. It doesn't matter. It's essentially my stream, my Steam accounts. But yeah. So as you may have guessed, I've decided to play some Zeus today, because, well, if you haven't seen my Pharaoh video that came out Thursday, so 2 days ago. If you haven't, what the hell is wrong with you? Go ahead and check us out. Why are you even listening here? Because this is just me chatting into the mic and eventually playing the game. That was a work of love, and it seems that the people who do watch it actually like it. So go ahead and check it out. I'll really appreciate it. But today, really, honestly, like, having made that video, which like in total took me maybe like 150 hours or something at least, which meant to me that, like, out of those 150 hours, I spent like 50 hours playing Pharaoh. I decided not to, I actually kind of burned out on Pharaoh, even though it's one of the games I like the most ever. It's like definitely one of the favorites since the time it was released, even though I kind of started playing it around 2000, not 1999, but it came out late 1999, so it doesn't matter. So, but I'm really burnt out on it, and I really don't want to see it. I don't want to touch it. Not for some time. Okay, so I've decided against going for Pharaoh, even though it made sense. I really don't want to see it for now. So it's a bit of a the marriage has hit a bump, as they say. With Pharaoh, we really need some time sometime apart. And so yeah, and I've decided to play one of the 2D games in the series. Caesar 3 was the immediate candidate, but unfortunately, I know that there is a big overhaul mod for Caesar 3, which came out like not very long ago, and I haven't tried it, and I really want to do it, and I know that it eliminates some of the things I really don't like about Caesar 3, like the absence of roadblocks and everything, so I will have to go into that mod. Anyway, plus, if you don't know, and if you haven't seen the Pharaoh video, I will do a sort of a listicle to covering the entire series, the city building series, just rating all of the games. Yeah, I want to play all of them, and some of them I actually haven't played, or haven't played a lot. So, Children of the Nile, I have owned it for years, and I haven't yet played it because it's so different from everything else. I haven't played the original two Caesars. They're like the old ones, so the 1992 and the 1996 one. And Zeus, which, as you may have guessed, we're gonna play today. Honestly, I have played through the rest of the game. So I've completed Caesar 3, like a long time ago. I've completed Pharaoh, obviously. Caesar 4, Emperor. Emperor was my other candidate. If you have seen the thumbnail for the stream, it was Pharaoh. It was about Pharaoh. I mean, Emperor. I was going to play Emperor initially, but I have played Emperor. I'm really familiar with it. I really don't need it for that listicle. I'll play some of it, but just to refresh my memory. But Zeus, unfortunately, I've never played it a lot. And one of the reasons is the fact that I didn't like the visuals and I didn't like the styling because they went for a very different style from Pharaoh. So they went for this slightly cartoonish, slightly gingerbread visual style, and how do you say, gingerbread visual style, and kind of maybe like slightly more fairy tale story. So if you look at Pharaoh, there is a bit of that quote-unquote gingerbread style, but it's still very serious briefings. Yes, you're building your country, you're slowly becoming a pharaoh eventually. So it's kind of more of a historic thing. And with Zeus, they went for the Greek myths, even though they're kind of intertwined with the early Greek history. I kind of never went into it. It kind of like felt cheesy to me, in addition to not super liking the style, even though it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I don't want to... Oh, yes. Hello, music. So once again, I can't hear myself properly on the monitor. All right, let's hope it's not too loud, because I've actually reduced the volume of the game, but... You know what? Give me a second. I will change the settings. Unfortunately, Zeus is an old enough game that OBS doesn't recognize it as a full screen application. So yeah, I'm not gonna show you. I'm not gonna show you my desktop. There's nothing interesting to see. There's no pornography involved on it. No. Let's reduce the volume because OBS kind of does not handle that well. All right, let's see if it works now. Yeah, it should be. Oh, now it's better. Now it's better. And it's like lots of low frequencies in that music, and it really prevents actually me from hearing myself. And yeah, let's see. Yeah, it does. It works. It works. All right. So with Zeus, I've never gone far into the campaign of Zeus because, well, yeah, it's kind of the visuals are beautiful, but not exactly my thing, and they go, in my opinion, overboard compared to Pharaoh, which is more realistic, more serious, more austere, even though it's still kind of slightly cartoonish compared to Caesar 3, and compared to Emperor, which goes back to that slightly dour, slightly paler color scheme and generally style. It's not just about the colors. And so, yes, I've decided to do some yeah, you know what, let's record this. And so I decided to do some Zeus because this will be new for me, much of it. So I've played I've played two initial missions from the main campaign. So this is essentially a third mission. And actually, it's been some time since I started it, so let's see what I need to do. So I need to protect city from Talos. I'm guessing I'll have to get a hero thingy. Once again, I'm not an expert about this game, so pardon the lack of knowledge of terminology. So, and I need to build 2 sanctuaries, and I think sanctuaries are... This is Ara's fortress, and what are sanctuaries? I'm assuming it's just some sort of a... Oh, I see. So this is a sanctuary. And let's see, what else do I need and what else can I do? It's just overview the map. Let's see what we have here. Actually, one of the things that I really enjoy in these games. And the games that came out after Fire in the City. Why? Oh, there were firemen. Okay, let's add some. Yeah. Agoras. Yes, thank you for the wine. Let's seek safety. And they're clearly not reaching that place. Guess away. Even though I don't see... Yeah, it's one of the problems with the walkers in these industrial areas. You really have to plop crap loads of these maintenance officers. But one thing that I really enjoy about... Okay, so can you show me where it is? Where is Talos? So one of the things that I really enjoy about Zeus... Oh, this is Talos. No, it's just a dragon. Yes, it's just a dragon. But where is Talos? It's not here. So this is, if you don't know, this is from the first mission. So, like, I was supposed to build quite a lot of marble. And I'm guessing I should start maybe exporting it, because, like, I've got crap loads of it. But... has denied my prayer. He's still repairing the weapons he damaged from the last time he went to war for you. This is... Ah, okay, so the dragon is coming from Ares. Okay, so Talos... is very close to our city now and will penetrate our borders in only 1 month. So, I don't know what's gonna happen there. Am I supposed to kind of get... Okay, these are monuments. These sanctuaries are effectively monuments for in Pharaoh terms, but what am I supposed to do here? Okay, let's build this thing. So it needs marble. I've got marble. Wood, I think I do have. And sculptures. I think I did import sculptures. Okay. So what does Talos do? Okay, so it just is just being a pain in the ass. Okay, let's hope he doesn't kill any of my people. Yeah. So what am I supposed to do here? Am I supposed to send my troops there, or is it I need to make gods happy and they'll send a hero to save me? Actually, an awful thing is that the game doesn't explain it. Okay, I'm getting tribute, blah blah blah. I'm friendly with everyone. Okay, as I rain blows on your brain. Okay, this is. Yeah, ever a poet, Talos. Ah. So, this is odd. So I don't know what to exactly do here. So am I supposed to send an army? So, how did it work? Military. Oh, I see someone new coming in. So hello, if you're new.
I want to be loved by you.
Ooh.
I'll make your city as attractive as I am.
That came out of... Your city appeal will grow, which will help the city's housing grow more attractive. No, I want to kill that bastard. Come on. So, if any of the listeners have any clue as to what I should do right now, because I'm not an expert on Zeus. This is new to me, because I've never been attracted by Zeus's stylings. As compared to Pharaoh. So I'm kind of... and I haven't seen the city in like a month, because this is my city from the first mission. This is the third mission. Okay, this is the chick. Goddess of the Dinder Passions. Oh, she's a friendly god. Okay. But am I supposed to send my army to kill that Talos? And I have a feeling that it's not going to work. I'm going to just lose my... my guys. Let's see how I keep forgetting how you actually mobilize these guys. Oh god. Oh, I think there was... Yes. Yeah, let's call all. And let's see. Yeah. That's actually an interesting switch for the way military works compared to Pharaoh, where you essentially had build those soldiers and send them into storage yards, right, into the forts. And here you've got this militia, which is kind of appropriate for at least some of the Greek states. And they will come and go, well, rabble and fearless. And let's... okay, let's see what they do. Pythian games begin, blah, blah, blah. Actually, one of the things that I really enjoy about Zeus compared to Pharaoh, and it's the same is true with Emperor, even though they changed it back in Season 3, is the fact that they completely removed the advisor screen. So all of the advice is here in the tabs, and generally, sometimes it's a bit obscure, sometimes it's not. It's not clear, not easy to understand. Come on, go ahead and kill him. No. I'm clearly supposed to... They're not even attacking him. So I need a hero. He's a nasty bastard. He's a boss.
And I will prevent predators from besmirching your city.
Yes. I have already been besmirched. Thank you. Alright, so... sometimes, yeah, it's a bit difficult to read, like, to memorize where is what. But overall, I think this is an improvement in... this is an improvement in interface, because, like, it's much clearer, it's much easier to read. And, well, okay, I need lots of workers. Oh, I just need to go... okay, just get them back. And the thing is that I don't know what to do here. So I'm supposed to kill Talos. I need 2 sanctuaries. And there's some construction going on here, so I'm managing. I am suspecting right now I need the marble, and I'm getting some marble. So Talos actually sucks as an enemy, because, well, he's not preventing... obviously, as soon as I decided to talk about marble, he's destroying the marble. Oh, you prick. You absolute prick. Okay, let's try to build a storage yard, because I really don't know if I should build any of the city. I feel it feels like I should just get rid of this guy and build another wonder or monument, whatever. But it just this very limited area in which he kind of does something, and from there on, it's just nobody gives a damn. But at the same time, I've got plenty of money. I could probably buy some marble and send it somewhere. Okay, so... oh, yeah, so we can import... let's see if... by the way, is there some sort of a general screen? One problem with this kind of approach to UI is the fact that, like, with these mods, and I have a widescreen, high-resolution mod on here, obviously... like, all of the text is so tiny, and it's not very easy to read. Okay, tribute, blah, blah, blah. I'm not interested. Just give me... yeah, let's see if I can buy marble for my marbles. It doesn't look like I can. Okay, well, it sells. I need to see it. Look, it sells. They're selling armor. Onions, wine, and I don't see any marble here. There, they buy marble, but they don't sell marble, unfortunately. So, I don't know what to do here. So, I'm Thebes, and I have no clue, no bloody clue what to do here. So, Bosses has killed all of my... It's really, the location is intentional. Location is intentional. They're just going in and just destroying all of the marble carriers. So I'm supposed to kill him somehow. So what am I supposed to do? So I'm guessing I need to somehow call the hero. And the hero. Because the military is clearly not doing anything. Armory. Interesting. And I'm not entirely sure. Mythology, Sanctuaries, Heroes Hall. Okay, I need to ask for Jason. Jason Bourne. Okay, so I see. We need... Okay, I'm guessing... Okay, Jason is needed to battle the Talos. Alright. So I'm kind of... 2 horseman companies, 3 triremes, and 8 horses. So, and I've just seen... horse ranches. So let's start with that. By the way, how is the... job markers? And I've got a bunch of unemployed people, so I really need to do that. So let's set up a... Yeah, screw you. Let's set up a horse ranch. Let's find a decent place for industrial stuff.
I want to be loved by you.
Oh, God.
I'll make your city as attractive as I am.
Yeah, thank you. Your love is appreciated. All right. Oh, no. This is a terrible place. No. Yeah, this is a... I think in the first mission there was a goal of building a bunch of mansions, and this is actually one of the also welcome, very welcome improvements compared to Pharaoh, where you had mansions as a step for basic buildings, in that you had to kind of plan the additional space for them to take. And sometimes it was just annoying, especially when they devolved. You simply... Okay, so what do they need? They need wheat, and I'm producing wheat. All right, so I've got the wheat. You know, let's stop selling it, or at least reduce the quota, and see if I manage to build some horses. Oh, by the way, do I need some sort of a... Okay, I'm just exploring and finding out what I can do. Alright, let's build a storehouse. I'm hoping I can get horses there. No, there's nothing about horses in the storehouses. So I'm guessing... Okay, let's see. Horse ranch raises the livestock used by the Greek cities horsemen in battle in Atlantis. The horse ranch provides the animal that will put mighty war chariots and race at the hippodrome. Select the military tab. When horses are fully grown, the building that needs the animal will send someone to the horse ranch to pick them up. So a horse trainer from Agora leads horses back to the stall. Okay. And so horse trireme wharf. Alright, so we need a bunch of triremes for this mission, so let's build them. We need armor to outfit marines, and road access, obviously. So one of the things that I really enjoy about this game, and Emperor also, is the fact that, yeah, as I said, there is a separation between normal housing and noble housing, because I kind of there's a bit of a problem with noble housing in Pharaoh. Because I actually don't remember if there was noble housing in Caesar 3. But in Pharaoh, the problem is that if it devolves, and sometimes it does, sometimes you screw up, and the problem is that if it often devolves into like very odd shapes, and sometimes it separates from the road and it just like stagnates and disappears. That stuff happens, like not all the time if you're experienced, if you know what you're doing, and if you know how to plan for all these big buildings, but sometimes it just happens, and it's really annoying and sometimes kind of very finicky. It's not improving the game, in my opinion. It's kind of, there is an element there is a strategic element to this, that okay, I need to plan for it. If I'm planning to do a district with noble housing in it, yeah, I can do like leave more space around the district so that the buildings have space to grow into, etc. But the problem is that I can just start building a noble district and not worry about these things. It would make much more sense, wouldn't it? Also, another problem about just having just houses and not, well, just normal houses, citizen houses, and nobility houses is the fact that in Pharaoh, quite often, once again, if there is a transition to nobility and backwards, there are huge changes on the job market. So, like, okay, so if you decide to convert one of your districts into a noble district in Pharaoh, you really need to have some unemployment first so that you cover all of the jobs. Because sometimes, yeah, and I talk about this in my video, so you actually sometimes you like can get screwed. Oh, yeah, like this. Oh, nice. So you can get screwed. Sometimes, yeah, there's not enough workers to man like all the firehouses and engineers posts. And you'd like, yeah, sometimes just get lots of fires and everything. So it's not always wonderful. It doesn't always work very well. And it's like, I also mentioned that in my videos that at Pharaoh compared to Zeus and Emperor has certain elements of this old school game design, in that you like the game is not trying to be open to new players. Don't worry about it, Simo, and well, welcome. You are a bit late, and I actually was myself. I was just setting it up. Just as a question, is everything all right? So since you're the first person, oh, shut up.
I'll make your city as attractive as I am.
Whoa. So since you're the first person in the chat, just let me know if there are any problems with the visuals, with voice and everything. Just this is my first stream on YouTube. I just want to make sure it works properly. Okay, it's festival. Yeah, let's send it. We've got a bunch of wine. 100 employees. This is crazy. I'm hoping this is everything is all right. Like the feedback, from YouTube, I really like the control panel for the stream on YouTube. This is wonderful. This is much better than Twitch. And thing is, what was I talking about? I lost my train of thought. But yes, absolutely. Noble housing. By the way, I need armor. So let's start building armor while I chat. And so, the noble housing and the fact that Pharaoh has a bunch of those elements that you could call old school elements in design. That the game is not trying to be friendly to new players. Excellent. Nice to know that. Thank you, Timo. Are you Finnish by any chance? Your name looks a bit Finnish. Anyway, so and one of those elements is actually the fact that if you upgrade your buildings in Pharaoh to noble status, you immediately lose a bunch of people as workers, and you can get screwed if you like lack maybe hundreds of workers if the city is big enough, yeah, it just doesn't work. And it's if you're new, if you're experienced, you know what happens. You're gonna have excess workers before you convert them to noblemen. But otherwise, you're gonna get screwed. Once again, as I said, those maintenance officers or firehouses or engineers posts, they're gonna not be manned, and you're gonna get lots of fires and collapses and everything. Sometimes you just and not have the money to rebuild sometimes, or it just becomes frustrating and annoying. Like, really don't want to rebuild. So the game is kind of those little tiny bits that make the game slightly less. Okay, so still bronze. So we need. Okay, so armory is for producing weapons. Do I have any bronze? I don't think so. I have a suspicion that I'll have to import it, but that's one of the kind of older features, and it was done away with in newer games like Zeus and Emperor. You have separate, and Caesar 4, for example. In Caesar 4 they go all the way and just build. You have 3 classes, which is like cool in its own way. So I don't know how it is in Children of the Nile, because Children of the Nile actually, I haven't played it really. I obviously tried to launch it and start it up and just look into it, but I just realized how different it is from everything else, and I really saw that I needed to get into it maybe slightly more seriously, and the tutorial seemed to be a bit unfriendly to newbies. But I hear very good things about it, so I'm looking forward to it, because I'm planning to do an overview of the series, of the entire series from Season 1 to Children of the Nile, and I will have to play. I know that many people many people have mentioned that it was great. It was great. Many people have liked it. I've really looked into it, like the screenshots and the descriptions and everything. It looks like a very interesting game. They say that it's a bit slow paced, but otherwise it's very attractive. It's like there is a more people focus compared to the other city building games, which I really enjoy. I really like the idea. And armor. Nah. Nothing, and then this and this. Okay, let's use a specialized storage yard. So I'm really looking forward to it, but maybe I actually might do a stream of Children of the Nile. I will definitely have to play it, by the way. Let's see if anything changes. It seems all right. It seems to be working. I will record this for late. Oh, you know what? No. I think you can download it on YouTube. Nah, I'll keep recording. All right, so, and that's one of the things that, I'm really looking forward to, and Zeus is, well, one of those things in that Zeus, as I mentioned, I've never played a lot of Zeus. Zeus is a bit it's not very much my style. I much more enjoy. Okay, so actually I can buy armor, but I'd rather buy bronze. So we've got Cilicia, or Kilikia, whatever, if we're using... Okay, so this is... Oh, so, Libya, Mount Pelion, Caledon, and let's see if I've got the trade post for Cilicia. I don't think so, so I might have to... Timo says, what did Tilted Mill say about Children of the Nile? I have no clue. I mean, well, as far as I'm concerned, the series is dead. Well, apart from the Pharaoh and New Era and everything. But otherwise, it's dead. I don't think there is anything new about it. But it's just me. It's just me hoping to get into it. Oh, it's a civilization builder. It's still considered to be a part of the city building series of games. I'm not entirely sure if it's a civilization builder or whatever. As far as I know, it's not a 4X game, is it? So I've seen the screenshots. Essentially, you build cities there. So I will get into it. I'll try it because, well, it's in the same series. And I actually was never aware of it. The thing is that with this series, essentially there are only 2 games. Yeah, there are only 2 games from the series that I actually played when... yes, let's import that bronze. So there are only 2 games that... Oh, Timo, do you mean as a question? So it's not a city builder, but a civilization builder? No, it's a city builder. It looks like a city builder. I just seen reviews and people talking about it and saying that there is slightly more focus on people and not just on building buildings. Obviously, here you've got quite a lot of focus on people as well. Well, as far as I know, there are classes of people and everything, and here it's just two classes, right? So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm just talking. This is me mentioning Children of the Nile does not come from a place of lots of knowledge. It pretty much comes from a place of ignorance. I don't know how it is. Oh, so
there aren't any enemies on our waters right now, but we're ready for them when they do come.
I see how it works. Oh, this is pretty nice looking. I simply like the style of the ships here more than the Pharaoh ships.
There aren't any enemies on our waters right now, but we're ready for them when they do.
I'm guessing I'll have to build another trireme hut, so it's not. Oh, I see how it works. All right. Nemium Games. Who cares? I need triremes. I'm trying reams.
What
I see.
I see. People well fed.
I see. So the developers said that it was a civilization, but it looks like a city builder. But they probably tried to kind of focus on this change of focus, right? So I'm definitely not coming from a place of expertise, so I'm definitely gonna look into it in the coming weeks. Maybe next week. I'll actually there is a bunch of holidays in early May where I live, so there are. Actually, I'm not having because I'm self-employed and I still have to work. But I will definitely find time for it. I'm really looking forward to it. It looks interesting because it's so different. It's different from everything else, and yeah. And interestingly, when I got into... Okay, let's build another trireme wharf, and I'll continue yakking because we just need these triremes and this... Oh, yeah, we've got some space here. But I need more workers as well, so this doesn't work particularly great. So, there are only 2 games in the series that I played back when they were new, and this is Pharaoh. So, yeah, so back in 2000, and it was Caesar 4 back in 2004, I think it was appropriately. You mean, Timo, you mean like early January this year? This is great. This is great. Well, actually, this is a testament, and I'm assuming you're enjoying it, right? So, right, nice. Well, I'm assuming you're enjoying it because I think it's a testament to how well these games are holding up, because they're great, isn't it? And they're still enjoyable. And Pharaoh, even though I crammed... Oh, what's going on here? Come on. I'm talking about how brilliant these games are. And I have to face these annoying things about them. Okay, I'll do press button. No. It was wait a second.
I want to be loved by you. I'll make your city as attractive as I am.
It's a dairy. It's a dairy. Press, and here's your thing. Okay, and I need some more workers because like these trireme things, obviously the trireme thing has collapsed. Yes, that's the problem with playing a game during a stream. You just want to chat and not focusing on the bloody game. Okay, let me just be a bit of a more of a focused administrator right now and improve my buildings. What these guys need, I need some workers. Olive oil from a peddler, and these guys do not have an olive oil peddler. So let's build an olive oil peddler. All right, and let's see how it works. Okay, so you actually like Timo, you actually like Children of the Nile, right? So I'm looking forward to it. So I know it's a bit like I was discouraged from trying it. In case I've seen it, I've owned it for like 5 years. I haven't tried it, so it's a bit discouraging. It's very different, so I kind of felt discouraged and didn't have any good reasons to try it, or like was not convinced I had any good reasons to try it, and now I see that I probably do. Right, so and okay, let's see. Pythian games conclude. Give me too distant. Okay, so I'm actually making olive oil, right? So let's bring some yeah, okay, so we've got a storage yard, and let's do this. So except olive oil, I think I'm overproducing olive oil, so I can actually send some here. Yes. Are they actually sending any? These guys are just waiting.
The finest actor in all of Greece lives in its...
Who am I, Odysseus? The only room for these goods in the city is right here in my cart.
Oh, come on. Okay, I'll force them to move it. These guys have got working. Hello, Fat Philip. Well, I didn't. Well, I stream. I usually stream on Twitch. I didn't do it all the time. I do sponsored streams for Slytherin. So if you're looking for these streams like of Slytherin games, like Panzer Corps 2, like Fantasy General 2, like all of those games, I will actually stream Battle Sector, the Warhammer 40k Battle Sector next month, which is coming out in June, I think. So, look up. Come on, shut up.
I'll make your city as attractive as I am.
Yes. I believe you. All right. So, yeah. So, like, check out the Slytherin channel on Twitch. If I do my private streams, generally it's either something special like this. It's like, oh, I made this Pharaoh overview big video. I really want to have sort of a companion stream for it. So, and plus I want to play some Zeus. Okay, so I've got my second trireme. I've tried my second ream. Okay, and what's the job market situation? What was the... okay, so income is fine. Where's the workers? Okay, I need crap loads of workers, but I'm gonna get some. Okay, 48 newcomers, 160 more people. Oh yeah, Fat Philip, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, Starship Troopers they're making, but as far as I know, this like is still pretty far from being streamed or whatever. Try the Thursday tea time with Marco. They do it every week, so it's like about their news. They generally like do all of the announcements, and pretty much, even though I have like contacts with Slytherin, like I work with their people, I generally don't know more than what they announce in those streams. So yeah, and Battle Sector streams, I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna be the first, because I actually have done already one Battle Sector stream last. It was actually it was in early April, but then they decided to kind of roll back on it. So probably they wanted to introduce some improvements, even though it was brilliant already. And I actually can't, even though I previously had a copy of the game, they have actually deactivated it. Yeah, so even the press copies of the game are not active, so I can't even play it yet. So yeah, Starship Troopers, even though I think it's very much in the works, I think it's already has some sort of a release date or release month, I think. So that's the limit of what I know. So yeah, look, like if you want some more information, check out Tea Time with Marco. He usually talks about that stuff. It's every Thursday, and I will do Battle Sector streams in the second half of May. And my next stream there is going to be ICBM, interestingly, because I usually don't stream ICBM. I'm not very big on kind of a multiplayer, one-on-one or whatever, and I'm definitely not gonna do it. I'm gonna do a single player against the
Worship
AI.
me, and I will prevent predators from besmirching your city.
Okay, let's build another trireme. I really want to get... So, with triremes, let's see how well I do with the requirements. Yes, I just need to... 2 horseman companies and 3 triremes. I need 1 more trireme, so let's build it. Let's see. Okay, so I need more workers. But first I need more workers, and let's see if I can upgrade this thing. So appeal. Appeal. It's all about appeal. So they're almost at top development. So let's improve the appeal. I think it was somewhere here. Yeah, aesthetics. Set up monuments just to make it pretty. Actually, the beautification objects I really like in this game. Generally, the look of this game is brilliant. I just like the style. Does not perfectly align with my tastes, to be honest. But otherwise, it's just beautifully made, just as beautifully, or if not more beautifully, than Pharaoh. Because like there's lots of love that went into the details. Okay, parks, boulevards. Okay, let's do boulevards. I'm not gonna build anything here, so let's make it beautiful too. And avenues. Yes, sir. Okay, and they're upgrading already. Let's get some more parks around the buildings. And let's hope they upgrade. Yes, they do. And a fish pond. Sexy, sexy fish pond. Some sort of mazes. Just to keep, okay, just to keep it beautiful, yeah. And a few columns. Just, oh, nice. Oh, nice. This is gorgeous. This is in the style of Emperor's residential building, residential area walls, which are actually kind of beautiful. And this is very much in that style. Okay, I think I'm getting close to... They need some more appeal, so let's set up a gazebo. It looks like, I don't know, a smokestack. But I'll believe them. I'll trust them in their assertion that it's a gazebo. Oh, come on! It's already beautiful. Here's your hedge maze. No? Alright, it's done. And these guys, oh come on, these bosses are picky, but yeah, these buildings, the nearby buildings are probably reducing the desirability, so well, let's increase it. I've got plenty of money. All right, so this is at maximum level, so let's see how well the housing is doing. And okay, so I'm getting some unemployed people, so which means that I can comfortably build another trireme wharf. Let's see if I could squeeze it in a sensible place. No. I shouldn't have built here. Don't want to demolish it either. So let's set it up here. Let's get some maintenance office. Let's see how it works. All right, let me take a look at the chat. Okay, Fat Philip says, I think the only impressions builds I played was the original Pharaoh. The monuments took so long to finish. A somewhat more modern take on this style of games is Heartlands. Lots of combat. Interesting. I'll look into it. Actually, I've never Heartlands. Actually, I've never seen. Oh, thank you, Timo. It's starting to look all right. It's starting to look all right.
Worship me, and I will prevent predators from besmirching your city.
I've never heard about Heartlands, but interesting. But ironically, combat. If you haven't seen my Pharaoh deep dive video, like I complain about all sorts of things in it, right? But the military components. Ooh, Argos loves me. Most favorite Screwitos. I, Adastris of Argos, count you among my favorite people. You are a fantastic leader, and everyone should have... Like, I did nothing for you. Screw you. And they... Like, what's wrong? Like, have I got an inheritance or something? Get away from me, you weird people. Oh, yeah, that's right. I think there were plazas in this game. So... I complained about a lot of things in that video, right? So, but it's not always. Oh, there are benches. But it's no, there are no plazas. There's just boulevards and avenues. So you can't just build. Yeah, you can do this. This is pretty gorgeous. I like it. But there is one aspect. There is one aspect of let's do it. Yeah, we're rich and everybody loves us. There's one aspect of Pharaoh that I find irremediably bad. So there are walkers, which generally are part of the puzzle. They're sometimes annoying, but they're not horrifyingly bad. But military, in my opinion, in these games, military, I think, is... Oh, I don't need your bronze. Military, in my opinion, in these games, starting from... I think the second Caesar, because the first Caesar did not have a military component, like not in the sense that we are used to in Pharaoh. Because I don't believe it's good. It sucks, doesn't it? I think the military component in Pharaoh. So the problem is that, and it's the same is true in this game and in Emperor and in Caesar 4 and Caesar 3. In some games it's slightly better, but the problem is that here you sit and build a city, right? So you gradually build up an economy and everything, and then you have to turn this game into an RTS. Because you have these units, which you're supposed to move somewhere and arrange attacks and everything. So, but the problem is that one, the RTS mechanics are shoddy, right? So you can't like have this this selection box to
I'll
select
make your
all
city
troops
as
and send them.
attractive as I am.
Down here.
Thrown out of my home.
What's
What
happening
did
here?
I do to deserve
Olive oil.
this?
Olive oil. So, am I selling olive oil? What's happening to olive oil? Something's wrong. And I don't know what. Alright, so I've got the olive groves, olive thingies. Yes. But olive oil, am I selling it somewhere or am I consuming way too much? And looks like I'm consuming way too much because I'm not selling it at all. And
Herodotus is sure to record this city as the best, and you as its greatest
Oh, they don't have enough
ruler.
workers, but yeah, I know why. We got some olive here. I'm guessing I'll have to build another olive production facility. Let's do this. And why are these guys standing
The
here?
only room for
Why are they
these
even
goods in the
active?
city is right here in my cart.
I absolutely agree with you, Timo. So the military aspect seems tacked on for no apparent reason. I feel, my opinion, that the military elements in Pharaoh and in the games that preceded it, and well, came after it as well, is kind of a gimmicky thing. Like check out what we can do. So like trying to introduce these kind of immediately visually attractive things into the game so that they can like essentially a marketing trick. Yeah, so okay, so we've got these RTS elements. Yes, you can actually lead armies and send them, because in Caesar 1, and I'm not very familiar with Caesar 1, I've played a tiny little bit of it. It's a bit before my time, even though I will eventually play it for my video. I think the first Caesar game actually did not have that RTS. I suspect maybe it's because of the limitations, technical limitations. But in that game, you actually kind of paid. There was a military aspect, but you did not have units on the map, and essentially you kind of paid to build units and be able to send them on the big strategic map. You did not kind of control these units on the map of the city. And I think that's a good way to approach it. It's fine to have a military aspect. And I agree with Fat Philip in the sense that I like the additional economic challenge of building up your army, like producing or buying the resources, like putting everything together. It's brilliant. It's wonderful, right? But the thing is that this doesn't mean that you have to turn the game into an RTS whenever an enemy attacks, right? I mentioned this in my Pharaoh deep dive. My opinion is that it should have been like some sort of a war game thing, like not even a war game thing. Look at Heroes games, right? Yeah, the strategic military actions would be better. I agree, Compactist. Oh, nice to see you here. Knights and Merchants is brilliant in terms of military. It's incredibly annoying. It's incredibly annoying. You do control soldiers there, but you not only have to build them and spend lots of resources to build your troops, especially some of the advanced troops who need armor and weapons and everything, but they eat food. You have to making food in Knights and Merchants is difficult. So you not only have to build them, you have to maintain it. It's like it's a complex puzzle. It's fun. Having that kind of approach towards your military is fun, right? And I believe the game, and I mentioned that in my video, so the game could have separated the battle mode and the city building mode, and they could have done what's essentially many fantasy strategy games actually went for. If you look at Heroes, if you look at Age of Wonders, if you look at Disciples, right? All of those games and most of the newer ones, right, in this genre, you actually get. Let me just end the thought, and I'll continue to building the olive.
As attractive as I am.
Come on, shut up. Right, so you have separation. You just faff about on the main map. Even if it's turn-based, you like kind of control your castles. You walk about. You find stuff, and you capture mines and all that stuff, right? You do diplomacy, and then when it comes to the battle, you go into a separate mode, right? So which is very structured. You have a very specific grid. You don't do anything else. Yeah, everything else is paused, right? And you can go ahead and, well, try and fight, right? And I think that should have been the way for these games. You have a separate turn-based mode. And yes, I think okay, so military compulsory is not very understandable. I don't know, and I'm assuming, Timo, you mean like many people who actually like Impressions games, who kind of say yes, military is necessary. They're wrong. Maybe it's just fanboyism. I am a fanboy of these games. I love them, but you need to realize that they don't have to be perfect for you to love them, right? They're never perfect for you to love them. But yes, the approach of settlers and knights and merchants, in many ways, it's interesting because, like, once again, in Pharaoh, you don't have to worry about military. You've built it, and it doesn't do anything. And I'd really like to have this element of maintaining your troops, of spending money to send them on campaigns, because I don't know if in Zeus you actually can do it. In Zeus you have the interface to send troops on campaigns, and Emperor as well, and I really enjoyed. I haven't played a lot of Zeus. This is actually, I've never seen this mission before, but Emperor I have played throughout the entire game. And so in Emperor, yeah, I kept conquering inside China and everything, subduing enemy cities, or like other cities and everything. That's fun, but you also need to like have this kind of additional economic puzzle of actually having the resources to organize those campaigns and everything. Okay, let's see if the oil situation has improved. It has. Okay, but I want to build more oil, but I don't have enough workers, so I'm guessing it's interesting. Actually interesting. Interesting that you mentioned Nebuchadnezzar, because it's I don't know. Have you guys played Nebuchadnezzar? Because it's getting pretty bad. Well, not very bad reviews, but not very great reviews on Steam. And I have been informed of it like before it came out, and I am kind of interested, but I'm slightly stymied by the lowish reviews, not very great reviews, not very shining reviews, even though it looks interesting, and I kind of like the theme. It's not a very well explored theme, so the Mesopotamia, it's interesting. The Pharaoh remake, I don't think they will change anything in that regard. They're not doing. I'm really looking forward to Pharaoh in New Age. I think that was the correct name, right? So I'm looking forward to it. It looks brilliant. I love the visuals. So it's a great idea. It's a great idea that they are effectively converting the sprites into vector, and then like increasing the resolution and everything. And I think obviously it's going to be very much a facelift plus other things, and I don't think they're going to go for like changing significantly any game mechanics. It's not that kind of project. I think it's very much an enhanced edition thing, and so there's gonna be like lots of pushback against it, even if it's objectively better, right? A new era, right? Thanks, compact disc. All right, let me look. Haven't tried it yet. Zeus. And it says Nebuchadnezzar seems simplified. Mixed reviews. I'm sad on Nebuchadnezzar. I haven't bought it for that reason. People complain maps are too small. It's real estate. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen people saying that it's kind of monotonous. Not a lot of challenge in terms of like building your cities. I think I will eventually. I will buy it on sale, or maybe at some point I'll somehow get it from the publishers. It happens. So even with my not very big audience and everything, and I definitely enjoy slithering games for free, for the most part. But I'm gonna look into it because it's a different game. It's a very much kind of in that vein, and I'm interested in the fact that they've removed the military because I think it's not a bad idea. I definitely think that not having a military is better than having the kind of military that Pharaoh has. So that definitely, it might sound like a cop-out or something, but I think it's still kind of not having, not having a military, but I still think it's a decent choice if you don't know how to make it well. Okay, just let me, in between all of the chatting, let me just set up these olive farms because I really don't have enough olive oil, I mean. Yeah, screw you, get away from me. Trees, orchards, wheat farm. Yeah, Growers Lodge. Okay, here we go. I need lots of olive oil. And give me some trees and everything. Blah, 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 blah. Go ahead and grow. Grow that oil. Hey, by the way, I have completed the triremes. All right, which is great. So how do I do the horseman companies? Okay, so Timo says Nebuchadnezzar is bound to get better in due time. I'm really interested in it, even despite the fact the only thing that affected the only thing that mattered for me in Nebuchadnezzar, like the low reviews for Nebuchadnezzar, is the fact that I probably will never buy it for at full price, not now, right? But I'll definitely look forward to buying it on sale or something because I'm still interested in it. It looks interesting. Compact disc. I think a new era will have mod capabilities, though. It might be a cool idea because even though Pharaoh has modifications, okay, here's a secret. Here's an internal secret. I'm hoping you have seen my Pharaoh video, but the thing is, I was somehow convinced. If you don't know, Caesar 3 recently has got this big mod. I haven't yet tried it, but I know that it introduces this common worker pool, so it removes recruiter workers and everything, recruiter walkers, and home games begin, blah, blah, blah. And so I was convinced that because Caesar has got that mod, Pharaoh actually also had that kind of mod. And in my original script, I actually mentioned it without checking it at first. And Pharaoh doesn't. I really hope that Pharaoh would have this effectively remove recruiter walkers, which I think is an objective bad thing for the system. Yeah, it doesn't have it. So there are a bunch of things that, like, Pharaoh could be modded, and I wonder if they actually introduce that capability with a new era. That'd be great. Because it hasn't been confirmed, but that would be great, even if it hasn't been confirmed.
City as attractive as I am.
The above video. Oh, okay. Yeah, and by the way, GamerZack, I haven't seen much of his stuff, but definitely I used the I used this suggestion for the widescreen mod. Because there are a bunch of widescreen mods for Pharaoh, and the one he suggests, and I've actually included in my included in the description to my video, the widescreen mod that he suggests is hands down the best I've seen. So if you're interested, check out my video, check out GamerZack's videos, Pharaoh videos, because like I think this mod is actually the one I use in Zeus right now. I think it was from the same person, like definitely in the same vein. It really works well. The only problem is that maps look bad, but that's the only problem. That's the only kind of disadvantage and inconvenience, right? Otherwise, it's brilliant. Oh, so someone Compact Disc says. Someone creates the cheat engine hack that creates a worker pool. That's interesting. If you leave a link to that cheat engine, I might be interested in checking it out. Well, once I decide that, no, okay, I can return to Pharaoh because I'm completely burnt out on it. Probably by the time I'm done with the overview, city building games overview video, I'll probably be completely burnt out on all of the city building games. I'll just hate them for the rest of my life. All right, so okay, I feel like I need. Yes. Thank you. I feel like I need more. Oh, holy crap! I need 350 workers. Why? Oh, these guys have run out of oil, and this is full. And okay, so I don't know how this works. So they're going for one. Okay, this is slightly annoying. They're kind of not registering this. Even though this accepts, there is something wrong with the distances. So, okay, what is a... Because I've got a bunch of these guys.
The only room for these goods in the city is right here in my
I've got a bunch of these guys. They're stalling. No, they're not stalling. Okay, you know what? I'll start building another districts. I think it's time to get more workers just by expanding and not extensively, not intensively. So let's set up a roadblock and let's start building another city. Oh, interesting. The chat did not include the link. So, buildings autofill with workers is the option you need for the worker pool. Essentially, yes. Maybe there are people who might like that feature because, well, there probably are, right? And I don't see a problem with people actually liking it, even though I believe it's absolute poppycock. But yeah, be able to switch it off. It's for my liking. I really don't like building all these. If you need to build stuff like in a very remote area, and you like just end up building shanty towns effectively because there's no water, right? Okay, let's build another. Yeah. Maintenance. And let's do a loot neighborhood. Yeah, compact discs. It looks like the link got removed. So if you can, like, I don't know, maybe leave the name of it or something, that would be brilliant. I'm really interested in that. Okay, Timo, you might be partially blind, but you certainly did not see it. Nobody has. Fearless Pharaoh and Cleopatra got on Steam on Google or something. You'll find it on the Fearless Revolution website. Okay, I'll look into it. Thank you. This looks interesting because I actually started looking for it because I realized at some point, and I already had that voice recorded for that part. So, and suddenly I realized, oh no, I don't have that mod. It doesn't exist. And I kind of tried to look for it, and it just didn't work and didn't show up. That's Okay, I really need workers. Okay, let's see. They need food. Okay, let's get them food. Agora, 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 agora. And let's get them some food because I really need lots of workers. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So I need 341 worker. But the problem is that these guys do not get the oil. They don't get the oil I need. And I'm overproducing oil. I mean, olives. I'm overproducing olives, right? Okay, so these guys are delivering.
The only room for these goods in the city is right here in my cart.
Yeah. But I don't have the workers to get the olive oil industry working. So, but you know what? I'll just start it. So let's set up a couple of presses. Screw the lack of workers. Like I need I need them just to start working and doing something. Right. So and let's set up the storehouse and let's see how it works. Okay, they've got some food. Next up, culture venues. Okay, I'm getting some space for housing, so...
What could be better than to have your people well fed?
Compact Disc, really nice of you to join. It's great to see you here. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're on Twitter, subscribe to my Twitter because I always announce my streams, almost always announce my streams on Twitter. I use it for that. So you'll definitely, because I don't do streams like regularly because it doesn't work with my work well, so I can't do like regular stuff. But I really enjoy these when I do have the time for it. So definitely thank you for joining. Timo says, how's your general knowledge of history, Hexabu? I'm not a history professional. I don't have any kind of formal education in history apart from like primary and secondary school stuff. But I'm a lifetime, like it's been a lifetime interest for me. So I'm reasonably, in certain topics, yes. In general, it's generally interesting to me. Maybe it's generally interesting to me, and certainly ancient Egypt has been. With ancient Egypt, I have taken a kind of university course because Coursera, if you don't know, it's an e-learning online course platform. I actually used it reasonably extensively back in the day. Absolutely, thank you, Compact Disc. Thanks, see ya. And Coursera had and still has a course on ancient Egyptian history because they actually, well, it is in Spanish, even though they have subtitles in English, as far as I know. So I'm a fluent speaker of Spanish, and so it was interesting. It's a bit of practice also, and so they're working with the with one of the universities from Barcelona. I think it was the Autonomous University of Barcelona. I don't know what's the correct name in English actually, but it's one of the most prominent universities in Spain. And so they have an Egyptology department, and so they actually have 3 or 4 courses. And I've only taken one of those. It's generally an overview of the stuff. And I actually completed it twice or something over time because I really enjoyed it. And yeah, so some of the knowledge, I'm suspecting you're asking because of the video and because of the stuff I do. Some of the stuff, came out from this interest in history. So yeah, actually that's one of the reasons I kind of not hugely like Zeus, because it's very mythological and doesn't include very specific historic events. Because with Pharaoh, they went pretty closely. They obviously make liberties. They make liberties with and allow liberties with history, obviously. But well, it's a game. But they still are kind of trying to make it realistic. With how the monuments were built, the order. So the pyramid started with the stepped pyramids of Djoser and all that stuff. Yeah, so it generally... Absolutely, Timo. I mentioned that in my video, but absolutely. I think for me as well, because I took those courses way after I found out about Pharaoh, because I found out about Pharaoh around like 2000, 2001, right? So I was a teenager back then, and yes, absolutely, because Pharaoh has a nice encyclopedia. You do find out about like the way they actually built those pyramids, right? And because it's reasonably realistic, the way they flatten the terrain, they set up like all of the scaffoldings and everything. It's like based on research. It's growing. It's like it's been 20 years ago, so it's not all up to date, and the Egyptology is actually advancing, even though like it wasn't helped by the revolution in Egypt and all the violence that came out of it 20 years ago. So it's advancing, but it's still kind of mostly true, and it's all like up to date stuff. You can actually learn stuff from it, right? The way they built it, and also kind of dispel this myth. For example, dispel the myth that pyramids and like the major monuments, Egyptian monuments, were built by slaves, and it's absolutely not true. And like it's kind of a very kind of Roman/Greek view of this, because they very much relied on slaves in building their empires and everything. Like the Egyptian society had slavery, but it was very different from like what we would think of. And certainly, yeah, it was like the pyramids were. Timo says, now I have plans to develop books about like, good luck with that. It's gonna be fun. It's great. It's ancient Egypt is interesting. And in many ways, it's more interesting than a lot of stuff, because ancient Egypt took a long time. It's like Roman Empire existed for what? Western Roman Empire as like this big thing, if we discount Eastern Roman Empire. It existed for 500 years. With Eastern Roman Empire, with everything, it existed for 1500 years. And ancient Egypt, as we know it, existed for more than 2000. So it's like a huge history going way, way back into, well, way, way back, right? And so I think, oh, they need culture. So there's lots of fun stuff to find out, like and the writing and the languages, because ancient Egyptian evolved because it took forever, right? So it's and different periods, because it's not just one country; it's just kept forming and falling apart, and so all the periodization it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Yeah, and absolutely, Pharaoh helps with that. Pharaoh really, like, with Pharaoh, you can see, for example, the stone pyramids that of the Old Kingdom, right? So, and the brick pyramids of the Middle Kingdom, which are disappearing now. So most of the pyramids from the Middle Kingdom right now, they're just hills. They look like hills. They don't look like pyramids. So it's just a hill with some sort of a substructure in them. Yeah, for the most part, they did preserve their tombs. Well, obviously they were looted and everything, but the substructure, the basement, was preserved, but it's just a hill on the top of them. Even though they used to be proper pyramids, but they had rubble and mud brick inside, so it just didn't work. Oh yeah, that's it's 55 BC to 400 and something. Sometimes it's 476 CE or AD when it wasn't Rome, it was Ravenna that was conquered in 476 AD, because back at that point Rome was not the capital of the Roman Empire. So it wasn't like, even though it's like everybody knows about it, but it like gradually became less and less interesting as the focus of power. Okay, culture venues. Okay, I don't need any workers, so I've got some. Oh, nice. Now I know why. So I have got me oil. So I'm really set up on oil. And I don't have any unemployment, so I really need to get to dealing with this bastard.
Feel the pain as rain blows on your brain.
Oh, I love this. It's like, I will crush you. I will crush you to do. It's kind of like an ogre from Baldur's Gate. that kind of voice. All right, so in order to get Jason Bourne, I need to get 2 horseman companies. And how do I get 2 horseman companies? Fortification, armory, horse ranch. So how do I? Create horse companies?
I want to be loved by you. I'll make your city as attractive as I am.
I think no. Oh, you're confusing, Timo. You're confusing. 4676. It was the Western Roman Empire. 1453. 1453. The Eastern Roman Empire when the Turks conquered it. That's where that 453 came from. And okay, you know what? Let's look for help because I don't know how to finish. I really want to finish this mission. I really want to see another one. And I think I'm getting close to doing it. I actually have the economy. But I need horseman company. Let's see if there is any help. Horseman. And companies? And I've been doing that voice, like that joke, I will crush you. I've been doing that because Baldur's Gate I also played back when it was new, so I've said that lots of times, so I've had practice for that voice because it's really recognizable. Okay, horseman orders come from the city's estates. Elite Greek residents serve as hoplites and horsemen. Elite Atlantean residents serve as spearmen and charioteers. Elite households also pay more taxes than residents in common housing. So how do I get horsemen? Select a company of horsemen. No. Do I do something with these guys? They want armor. Oh, I need to supply them with armor. And then... Yes, I've got the... horse trainer. Okay, so wow, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, an arms vendor. Let's see what happens. Yeah, there are a bunch of yous. There are a bunch of you people. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. This is great. It's a lot of fun, and I think it was a good idea to try a stream on YouTube because. By the way, is the picture alright? It looks a bit choppy in YouTube Studio. Hello, Sergey Ustinov. Yeah, I'm really happy. Thank you. Right, so I'm getting close to this. I have got the horses, and I'm assuming the military is gonna build itself. I'm guessing. So let's get the weapons. So they're buying weapons. Okay, and let's see. More workers needed. So let's build a culture building just to improve my culture. A podium, because it occupies less space. Oh, the picture is fine. All right, thank you. Thank you, Sergey. Now, let's see how it works. Okay, here's your wine. Because I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to actually finishing this mission. And so, yeah, what was I talking about? I kind of completely missed my train of thought. Oh yeah, I was trying to build a couple of noble houses, elite housing. They don't like the place. Oh, they do. And actually, this has improved, but they really need a more beautiful place, so it doesn't work. But at least I'm getting more workers here. And these guys really don't like the place either. So let's build a few Corinthian columns. I've got a few Corinthian in my column. Okay, this looks pretty nice. I think it'll be good enough for what I'm planning to do. One can never have enough horsepower. Alright, so I've got my horses. Or are these hoplites? And I'm lacking food now. Oh, come on. Okay, these guys I'm assuming are hoplites. But I need the horsey people also. I'm guessing I'll have to wait. I'll have to wait for these to grow. They need wine. Okay, just... I've never done this before, actually. I've never got the... Well, as I mentioned, I haven't played Zeus a lot at all. And actually, it's the first time I see these buildings. Okay, they want wine.
Want to be loved
Blah, 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 shut up.
I'll make your city as attractive as I am.
And what if I don't want to make it attractive? Come on, get away. Okay, I've got the horses. I need more food as it turns out. Okay, I've got more. It's just after harvest. So I really need to... I'm guessing I'll have to wait. I have to wait for these guys to grow. And I'm suspecting they still don't want the horses. So they've got the armor, so they can produce the hoplites. But they haven't asked for the...
Eureka!
Okay, so is it buying? Actually, it's buying. It's buying, so we'll have to wait. You know what? What's the speed? No, it's 90, so I'm not going to turn it into... Like, that's one of the problems with these games, because 100 is going to be super speed. Super speed. Super fast, right. So let's go super fast. Okay, so they've improved. They want a more beautiful neighborhood, so let's give it to them. Yes, because the city is working well, so I really don't need to kind of stop it right now. Yeah. Knossos loves me. They all love me.
I want to be loved by you. I'll make your city as attractive as I am.
God, this woman is obnoxious. Okay. You know what? Let's go all the way. Yeah. Hippo-style buildings. Come on. Zing! I've got the money! Yeah, decline. I'm not interested in your gifts. What? They want it more appealing.
What could be better than to have your people well fed?
Here's your ponds. I still don't like it. It's insane. Yeah. How do... Can I actually improve them? No. More culture venues. Okay, this one is doing well. Culture venues. So, okay, let's slow this down because it's a bit too fast. Actually, this one of the problems. So, 90 is a bit too slow. It's all right, but it's a bit too slow. And 100 is too fast, even though I use 100. Even though when I use 100% speed for like building pyramids and everything. Who actually mentioned pyramids? Someone mentioned pyramids and monuments, pharaoh monuments in the chat previously. Actually, I noticed that, but I forgot to mention it. But yes, I kind of agree that in Pharaoh the monuments are a bit kind of insane. They take a lot of time, even though kind of knowing what to do with them and how to build them and how to set everything up is really useful. And my general strategy is you typically need to build a big city with everything, but I generally do a kind of bare bones city first, maybe making sure that it's solvent, it kind of doesn't go into debt or anything, and then just focus, set all of the industries up for building the monuments and just speed the game up and just don't do anything. I just wait for the monument to get built, because there are efficient ways for you to build the monuments, but otherwise, no. Okay, they've got the gymnasium, they've got the podium, and they've got the theater, don't they? They've got the theater. So... yeah, it's the theater. What else do they need? Okay, so I'm guessing... or is it just the college? But college was just for producing philosophers for the podium, isn't it? Description says playing Pharaoh. Thumbnail depicts Emperor Rise of the Middle Kingdom. Actually playing Zeus Master Olympus. Yeah, that's live for you. Exactly. I was thinking, yeah, should I introduce Zeus? Like put Zeus on the thumbnail. I was actually... it's Pharaoh because well, I made a video about Pharaoh, so I wanted, if like people who have seen the video might be interested in actually trying this, joining the stream, and thank you for joining. And it's Emperor because I like Emperor more than Zeus. I knew that it would be either Emperor or Zeus, and I like Emperor. I still like Emperor more. But then I realized that Zeus... I've never played Zeus, and I'll have to record it and play it to have an opinion of it. And yeah, I've decided to go Zeus. Yeah, it couldn't be more complicated there. Greasimo, and that's life. That's life. Okay. They need more culture venues, so I'm guessing... oh, wait a second. Somebody mentioned the... hippodromes, didn't they? But I'm guessing there would be an entertainment. Because it's not here. It's not here. And... oh, wait a second. I have the companies. I just needed to wait. So let's send for Jason. Let's see where he shows up. Tribute, blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Actually, I think I conquered those cities in the previous mission. That's one of the... actually... that's one of the, yeah, exactly, Sergey. It seems legit, indeed. That's how you do it. Like, don't prepare ever. It's like you just be chaotic and mess everything up. that's good advice for life. But that's actually one of the things that I really enjoy about Zeus. Also, Zeus and Pharaoh, Emperor compared to Pharaoh. Pharaoh has no missions where you return to your previous city.
I am Jason of the Orchis, here to help you in any way I can.
If I can lead the Argonauts through our many travails, I can certainly help you with whatever little problems you have.
It's a terrible Brian Blizzard impression. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Okay, and it doesn't look very impressive.
I'm so hungry. I wish I had some of Kiran's moussaka right now.
Okay, he looks like a bit like a...
best moussaka.
On the portrait, he looks like a Viking, but he is like, okay, he's red-headed Greek. But, what was I talking about again? Yeah, be chaotic. Be chaotic, because it really... oh, so we've got the estates. We've actually reached the maximum level. Oh, yeah, the thing that Pharaoh doesn't have, that Zeus and Emperor do, and it's the fact that you return to your previous cities and expand them. I don't like this particular one because, I don't know, somehow it doesn't somehow work. I didn't like this city. But Emperor does it really well. And Pharaoh, there may have been like one example where you return to your previous city. But no, I don't think you can actually return to any cities in Pharaoh. You return to the same city, but it's not your city, the city you built. It's like just part of the scenario, right? And so that's one of the good things, I think. So you've got this sense of belonging, and also this additional challenge of, okay, so I might need... okay, so without me seeing, we've killed Talos. Okay. So let's reset our industry. And I kind of like this ability to return to your, requirement to return to your cities and build them, maybe having this future expansion in mind. And I really like that. I really like that idea. And so it just doesn't go into the ether and lost completely. No, it's there. And, okay, these guys, I think I have a storage yard for marble.
I want to be loved by you. I'll make your city as attractive as I am.
Bronze, marble. No, I'm not selling. Just send it to my storage yard. Where is is it? Where is it? Storehouse. It's called Storehouse in this game. Okay, accepting nothing except for marble. So let's build the sanctuary and be done with the mission. Excellent. Excellent. Really looking forward to it. But yeah, that's one of the things, that's one of the innovations that come with these games. So I really enjoy it. Even though it's not the main thing I kind of enjoy over Pharaoh, obviously. Okay, they need some fleece, and I don't think I want to give them any fleece because I'm pretty much doing pretty well in terms of employees. Just 17 workers lacking, so So let's just... Okay, now it's time to speed it up. I think I just need to complete this this monument, so even though they're called monuments. But yes, in Pharaoh, monuments are a bit bonkers. I haven't seen all of the monuments in zoos, but I've seen monuments in Emperor, and obviously you get to build the Great Pyramid of China, the Great Chinese Wall, the Great Wall of China, and it's not crazy. It's easier than the Pharaoh, and I think they knew that they just went slightly overboard. But at the same time, it's appropriate thematically, I think, because it's like the feats that they achieved by building the pyramids, especially the old ones, because Egypt was smaller. Because the reason you've got like these intermediate periods in Egypt, yeah, like the first and the second, is not just because there are like foreign invaders, even though it's true, especially in the second intermediate period with the Hyksos and everything. But it's also because Egypt is growing, right? So there are more people that are harder to control, right? So, and the Old Kingdom, even though it built these huge pyramids, it was smaller than, in terms of population and economy, than it was, say, during the New Kingdom, like 1,000 years later. Okay, so I need just a little bit more marble and everything else I have, or I think import. So let's just wait and build the Sanctuary of Athena.
What could be better than to have your people well fed?
So Timo says, as I've mentioned on the community Discord of the Pharaoh remake, I'd love to see top global city preservation, along with an option to design an entire campaign, even though it certainly won't happen. Well, let's see. If they kind of introduce modability, there might be people who just want to just make these, or... because I think there are people who make, like, scenarios for Pharaoh, the original, right? So it's not nothing out of the ordinary, so... it would be great, and it's something like generally that would be expected from a modern game, right? But yeah, preservation of your cities would be cool. But I have a suspicion that the developers of Pharaoh and New Era will probably, with their initial release, and I don't know anything about it, I don't know any more than you do. I suspect they will be conservative with their first release, right? So they will probably do a rehash of the original campaigns. But the advantage of modern gaming is that you have the internet, you have the DLCs, and if it does well, and if judging from how well people respond
to have your people well fed.
Okay. I think we have naked nipples in where's Athena? Where is Athena? Because she was topless, which is appropriate, by the way. Athena actually in Greek statues, Athena was depicted as having lots of breasts. It's like she has this bunch of grapes on her chest. It's like a scale armor of breasts on sculptures. So it's kind of appropriate because she is kind of the goddess of fertility and not Aphrodite, because Aphrodite is more of a goddess of like romantic love, and she is the goddess of fertility, and like the breast was what symbol of fertility. But I have a suspicion that if back to Pharaoh, even though Isis was also usually depicted topless, And
There was never a genius without a teacher.
and I think the rehash, like this new this enhanced edition for Pharaoh, I think I'm guessing, unless they decide to change everything, and they won't, they'll go conservative. And I hope, well, Timo says that they're not a very hugely experienced team, and I hope they're great still. Well, at least their visuals are great. I really like them. The first one will be that, but then they'll probably be able, if they see success, and it seems that people are hyped somewhat and looking forward to it. If they see success, there will probably be DLCs, and there will be probably updates and changes to the original campaigns and everything, which is interesting. And that's one of the... thank you, Sergey. It's been really nice to have you here and joining the chat. So good luck with your work. Okay, Lethis. Why is this name familiar? What's Lethis, Timo? What's that game? Just let me know, because like the name is familiar, but it's... Oh, and by the way, Sergey, if you still here, the next Unity of Command 2 video is coming, I think, in 2 days. I'm recording voice for it now. Well, after this, and so yeah, the video, like the footage, is already done, so it's gonna come in the coming days. Okay, so right, so Lethis, I'm assuming also a city building game. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm gonna check it out. But yes, I'm looking forward to... the thing is, why I'm looking forward, I'm so optimistic about DLCs, because, well, recently, I played a game, a 27-year-old game, that got a DLC last year. A content DLC, effectively. And it's Master of Magic. So, if you don't know, Master of Magic now is published by Slithering Games, and that's why I'm kind of familiar with it and everything. Even though I knew about Master of Magic and I played it not back when it was new, it was slightly before my time. But I've been familiar with it for a long time. And so they kind of got the intellectual the property right for it, the IP rights for it, so they bought it, and they own the brand. And so last year they released the Caster of Magic. They released the DLC, was 26 years after. It's a mod. It's a mod for Master of Magic. It's super extensive. It overhauls everything. It's more fun. It's better than the original, in my opinion. And actually not last month, actually 2 weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago, like a week and a half ago, it actually released a Windows version. So for Master of Magic and for Caster of Magic. So you install your Master of Magic and you get Caster of Magic for Windows. And it's a Windows version. Actually, it doesn't have this quit to DOS option in the main menu, and it doesn't need DOSBox, and they've introduced a bunch of interface improvements, like bigger resolution, and they actually included certain smaller sprites because of that, because it supports bigger resolutions. They actually can have smaller, finer details and sprites there. It's still Master of Magic, but it's like a bunch of quality of life improvements. It's brilliant. Okay, why do these sculptures have ball gags in their mouths? It's slightly weird. Okay, sculptures. Yes, thank you, olive oil. Thank you, amphoras. Okay, am I buying sculptures or not? Exports. So where do I buy the sculptures? Okay, I need sculptures. I still have plenty of money, and I need slabs of marble. So let's wait. Alright. I'm gonna check it out. Lethis. Interesting. I'll look into it.
Worship me, and I will prevent predators
But definitely,
from besmirching your city.
if they're careful about the subject matter, it's gonna be great. And because the visuals, absolutely, because many enhanced editions don't try to redo the graphics, and I understand that because it's expensive and everything. But sometimes they just use, I don't know, use AI to increase the resolution of textures. Sometimes they do that, right? Okay, so the mission is done. I've completed everything.
Jason reduced Talos to a pile of scrap metal by removing the single nail that holds the bronze man's blood inside of him. During the dark of night, however, someone made off with Talos's carcass. Maybe it was a local sculptor looking for an extra supply of bronze. Then again, it could have been Hephaestus. Meanwhile, your stature has grown throughout Greece.
Think about
Many cities call you friend, and even the great Minos of Knossos has declared himself your loyal subject. All of Greece talks of the beautiful robe and necklace of Harmonia that Cadmus has promised you, which are even now on the way to Thebes.
Yeah, it's exactly. I don't know. Maybe I'm not that big of a fan of ancient Greece or something, but like these debriefings, like kind of, okay, all these people, yes, all these weird myths. Yeah, so yeah, we pulled out that nail from the bronze man and he like fell apart or something. Like essentially, this is the ancient Greek version of the self-destruct button, like a self-destruct nail. Right, so I don't know. It's like all these people, and I kind of don't care about them. It's maybe I'm not sold on the theme.
The situation at Mount Cithaeron has gotten out of control. Nearly all of Greece's supply of wine is hoarded there, and now strange things are happening around the city. There have been reports that the bodies of sheep, goats, and even people, gruesomely torn apart, have turned up nearby. The attacks seem much too vicious to be the work of a wandering pack of wolves or an angry wild bull. The frightening deaths have scared the people of Mount Pelion into hiding, and they have not had contact with anyone for some time. Adrastus of Argoas has stopped trading.
Okay. And will I have to I have to continue my old city. All right. So I need to get rid of rule. Okay, I need to fight this Mount Cithaeron. Build 3 sanctuaries, i.e. build another sanctuary. Oh yeah, back to remakes. Yeah, Timo mentions the Command & Conquer Remastered Edition. Is it good? I haven't actually tried it. But, yeah, sometimes remakes are just like slight facelifts. I've recently got, actually haven't played it yet. Shadow Man Remastered, and it's like they didn't really improve the graphics. They just did something with the textures, made them high resolution. I haven't tried it. They promising improving the. If you don't know, it's an action adventure game, like kind of Metroid style in its 3D perspective about like underworld. Like essentially you're this person, Shadow Man, who's between the land of the living and land of the dead, and you're trying to save the world effectively. It's great. It's very thematic. It's pretty gruesome, pretty nasty in many ways. And it's very much a classic from I think 1999. And so it's just like touched up textures. And what the developers of Pharaoh: A New Era do is like they're effectively redrawing everything. And actually doing the video of Pharaoh, it's like my review of Pharaoh, I just realized how many sprites there are. There are like thousands and thousands of files in that game, in Pharaoh. So it's an insane amount of work. But they're doing it, which is great, which is really promising. All right. You know what, guys? And I think there are 3 of you right now, including Timo, I'm guessing. I think this is a very good time for me to end this. It's been almost 2 hours, and I actually scheduled 2 hours to do it. Okay, let's pray to Great Athena. I see that that will probably be a proper mission, even though I kind of didn't like these kinds of goals. I want to, like, build a city. I want, like, 10,000 people or something. But we'll see. I'll continue with this. We'll see if I do any more streams of these games. Actually, I'm really looking forward to playing Children of the Nile. It might be brilliant. It's okay. So Timo, So the Command & Conquer Remastered Collection is brilliant. Well, look into it. But it's just the original Command & Conquer, not Tiberian Sun and everything. Actually, I'm more familiar with Tiberian Sun, not Tiberian Dawn. So I'm really looking forward to playing some Children of the Nile. I probably in the coming days, I'll try to maybe look into the manual and maybe figure it out a little bit. So I'm slightly more prepared to, because like the first time I tried to like turn the game on, I looked into it, and I just didn't have a clue. Didn't have a clue of what to do there. So it doesn't happen often, and it completely stumped me. And I don't want it to happen during a stream, so I'm definitely gonna read a manual first. I'm gonna return to this as well, and I will have to play it because, well, I want to do a video comparing all of the games from that series. So you may look forward to future streams. So yeah, so like follow my Twitter if you are on Twitter, because I always post stuff there in addition to like silly things and just like small posts. What Twitter is, I do. Yeah, and obviously subscribe to my channel. I'm probably gonna do more of these streams on YouTube, because so far I've been doing these private streams on Twitch, because I do other streams like my sponsored streams on Twitch, and I've realized that YouTube is kind of more convenient than Twitch, because I really like the, well, first of all, I've got my tiny but, well, very my tiny audience, which I'm really grateful for, on YouTube. We're still like 500 something subscribers who gets the message. Okay, is this guy goes online and goes live, and I really really like the YouTube thing, so I'm definitely gonna repeat it. I don't know the date, I don't know exactly when it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen because I'm recording this as well, so I'm gonna use this as footage for my future video. So in any case, I think this is it for today. I'm saving the game. Mission 4. And I'm saving the game, and I'm guessing I'll have to say goodbye for now. And thanks everybody for listening. I'm guessing it's just you, Timo, in the chat, so thank you for hogging the chat. Thank you for being here. And I'm guessing I'll have to say goodbye.